This is a more of a for the Sodom and Gomorrah occupants out there, basically everyone in the world who's in the Western world anyways, who can watch YouTube, lives in Sodom and or Gomorrah. So you need to be ready to look at what you're looking at. So Elizabeth is a man. You do see that, holding the pussycat, as always, and you will see that a lot through the dimensions. Hipless man standing. That right there, so what you're looking at is you see a big old leg, right? Alright? That's it. And you assume woman, because they tell you it's a woman, because he is wearing a thing, bathing suit. Now let's take a look. If you notice, the finger is touching the red line, or the yellow line, see that? It's below the middle finger. If you look at the dimensions of this, alright, take a look at this guy. Now I'm going to add some lines. It's Hollywood, so watch out, those lines will disappear real fast. Notice now look at the arm, armpit, shoulder. Now look at this. Look at the ludicrousness of that costume, man. Please, stop. That's a man. Elizabeth Taylor is a man. Married to men, because men, can't have babies, so they just do whatever. That's a man, man. You do see that. That's a man standing there.
A death watch outside Trenton State Prison awaits the execution of Bruno Richard Hauptmann. He has been convicted of kidnapping and murdering this child, the firstborn son of Charles Lindbergh. On the night of April 3rd, 1936, Bruno Hauptmann is put to death.
Made history by being the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. Now she was a superstar, and her every move fascinated the public.
Yesterday I hopped off from Los Angeles about noontime and landed in Newark this morning after a non-stop transcontinental trip.
And what did you carry on the trip?
You mean to eat?
Yeah, to eat and drink.
Well, I carried some water, of course, because my cockpit is very warm. And I carried a sandwich in case. I didn't eat it, though. I carried some hot chocolate and the old reliable tomato juice.
What kind of a sandwich was it?
Chicken sandwich.
Okay, I'll play this next scene with this liar here, Gore Vidal, which I'm also looking at like, he looks familiar to me as well. He's got something right in the middle between his eyes that holds his, it pinches his eyes together. I know him from somewhere. Anyways, beside the point. Watching this, watch how they show you two different scenes and just expect you to believe that what he's saying is true. And listen to the words, please.
She was, I must say, it was beyond stardom. It was a strange continuum that she and Lindbergh occupied. They were like gods from outer space. And people would just stand and stare at them.
Is this the Beatles concert?
Occupied. They were like gods from outer space. And people would just stand and stare at them.
Amelia Earhart was a legend, the first modern American heroine.
Okay, here he is flashing the mystery religion sign of the Trinity, the Three, the Zambal, think of the what became the Knights Templars, that idea. This is the same dude. You can see that. I'm going to go ahead and blend. This will be to show you the height differential between the the two characters, and then I'll just go straight into showing you that the faces are the same. And then I want to show you the so-called piece of new evidence. And this is what brought my attention to this. I was left a note to take a look into this, and I looked at the original piece of so-called proof, or at least the one that they have on the desert island right now, that they're trying to self-promote this story yet again, give it a little bit more new life, new blood. I'm going to go and zoom in on a very specific point of the picture, and you'll see where and why it's a hoax. Okay, just zoom in on the double Zion, the double 7. Right there for all to see. Okay, yes, this is where I went back in my time machine. I slipped that lady a note, and I said, give this to Charlie. The gig's up. Tell him to check YouTube in a few years. 2014, day before Halloween. Because that's the day where you playing Earhart, Amelia Earhart, got busted. Absolutely the same person. That means that the so-called murderer was not executed. That means that the so-called baby was not killed. That means that Lindbergh, the liar, the spirit of St. Louis, the idea of the chain in the ground, the link to the under, the female male polarization right in the same person, to show you a male, female, and then to show you that a male is then accomplishing what they're claiming a female is. And you want to know why? You want to know why, right? That is to change the purpose. I just said that. The purpose of man and woman. That's right. To blend the line. And now it's no big deal. Now it's, man, they have women running around in camouflage. Whatever. But this is the way this is, man. You know? To each their own, but what you think is true matters nothing to what is true. Just remember that. These are the same people. So that means, what did I just say? What does that mean? No Lindbergh baby. No spirit of St. Louis. No the idea of the spirit of St. Louis. The idea of the Amelia Earhart crossing. That whole idea. The characters go around. The characters get have little press outings and whatnot. The characters get all that. That's fine and dandy. A little free travel. Big deal. The event, the idea of the person and the accomplishment is what the hoax is. They have movies and TVs and books and everything written about nothing. A movie about Amelia Earhart is a movie about nothing. It's a movie about an idea that's not true. A movie or a book about the Lindbergh baby case is nothing more than a figment of your imagination and that of who wrote it. Because you're both lying to each other. And you're both just as culpable in the end. That's a fact. You can see that's the same person. Alright? And this is going to keep linking. I just need to keep linking that guy I know too, man. It looks like a Roosevelt of some sort. Anyways. Now you know, right? So you can stop pretending. You can stop. Don't you dare spread the lie that Amelia Earhart did squat. Alright? Didn't happen. It's a character. The Lindbergh baby. Hoax. The Charles Lindbergh, hoax, liar, all the same person. Whoever you are, you're bound and tied by the power of Jesus Christ. Period. Done. And before I get going, this is not about the ability to play guitar. I do not care. I don't care. This is not about the ability to play guitar. I don't care. It is irrelevant. All right? Here's what's relevant. They claim to you that this guy died. And I'm going to go through that and show you that spell craft. This person did not die. They went away and became a woman and got reintroduced to the world as Randy Rhoads, the activist, the politico. There's something about this to where they go in, they're either into the politics, the entertainment, or into the music scene, because that's where all control is. You know, oh, I'm getting out of the system, so I'm going to go listen to music. I'm going to go listen to Ozzy, right? Right? Never mind, man. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Was so impressed. Were you, Ozzy? You didn't even know about the show in '78, right? Yeah, you're full of it. This whole story's full of it. Anyways, let's go to the actual... Okay, first the Randy Rhoads character. So you see that the age, the hoax death was the March 19th, 1982, the 25, the 7 hoax day. It's going to be a 777 hoax day. Notice the polka dots. Please notice the polka dots, which became a big thing with the so-called Quiet Riot Band. Right? The so-called Quiet Riot Band. All right? Now let me show you how these guys never change their spots. Right? There is Randy. You can see that's him, right? In a polka dot. The exact right age. So then I'm going to go ahead and show you the next picture. And I'm going to show you a few more after this. You can already see that that is a transvestigation completed. That is Randy Rhoads. Alright? I'm going to put the arm through a guitar to show you. Alright? I'm going to put Randy Rhoads' arm through a guitar and intermix this Randy Rhoads and that Randy Rhoads, who is the same person, their arm together. After I blend their eyes, please take a look at this person's eyes and nose, please. At this angle, the eyes and nose will have it. Once you get that into your head, you can see that that is in fact the same. Look how the whole upper face came together. Okay. Please look at the hand, and now I'm going to put the hand literally through the guitar. Quite literally. Through the guitar. Stand by for that. It's about to happen. Through the guitar. And now notice that the arm, go to the wrist, go look at the watch, go look at the fingers. It's the same everything, man. Randy Rhoads is Randy Rhoads. This is direct confirmation right in your face as well.
Name? Yeah, it's made up. He's actually, I named myself after Ozzy Osbourne's guitar player. And people think they're making some joke when they say, oh, you're named it. I did it on purpose. Actually, when I was in New York.
Okay. Next time.
I just loved his legend, and I loved his professionalism, and I loved Ozzy, and I loved everything about that band. So I named myself Randy Rhoads.
How much? Yeah, so don't even get me started, man. All these bands like Whitesnake, hair bands, all of them. All looking like a bunch of women. So what is that training men to be? So you have a bunch of men running around looking like women. For what reason? They can't play that music looking like men? And then when you have the men, they don't look like men. They look like what's called in San Francisco a bear. Man, you know what that... Anyways. This is almost the hoax of the idol, the heavy metal idol, you know, because this goes all the way into all the so-called hair bands and all these bands that were portraying men as women as much as they could, and nobody seemed to say anything about that, you know. So you can see that in fact Randy Rhoads became Randy Rhoads. I'll go ahead and this is it. Same old, nothing new under the sun. Alright. So, anyways, you've been told Randy Rhoads is Randy